So I don't want to prove myself that I'm lazy, that I am the one that needs support. My sister, you are abroad. This channel, today I'm going to be telling you about navigating motherhood abroad, thriving without family support. Those who are familiar with Nigerian culture, I can't really speak specifically for other African nations, but for those who are familiar with Nigerian culture, whenever you have your child, your mother-in-law or a close relative, sometimes even your mom, in the absence of your mother-in-law or thereabout, comes to stay with you, like sleep with you in the same house, because the face of having a newborn in the house is not a face that you can navigate yourself alone. I would tell you, I have about 7 of them that I feel like I would like to share. So if this is what you love to hear, let's go in. What's on the list is to talk about mental stress. When I had my second child in Asia, I feel like my mom was a big support for me in that area. She kept on saying to me, you will not be alone, you would have help. I just have this feeling you will have help. I know you will have help. She kept saying that to me, even though I kept repeating the limitations of having a baby in China. If you want to hear the gist about that, then you want to click on a video I'm going to put somewhere here, and then you can get the full gist of having my baby in China. It's a whole roller coaster of an experience, but yeah, it did end in praise. Say to you, pregnant mom or a new mom having your baby in abroad, use your thoughts to create the help you want, and I'm telling you, it works like magic. Just create the thought in your mind. You know, we have this creative power as human beings, because we reflect our God, right? Our God is a creative God. So yes, we have that creative power with our mind. Just see your assistance, see yourself, see it as a helpful season, see it as a season of resting, a season of leaning into, your newborn, bonding, and that you will not be stressed, and that all that you need is in you. And I'm telling you, it will just play out the way you imagine it. Philippians 4:8 is the scripture. Number 2 is to talk about labor versus delivery phase. Pregnancy in South Africa, my husband was there with me. My husband was allowed in the labor with me, and even delivery, my husband was there with me. Begin to talk to your gynecologist about your labor and delivery phase. Perhaps maybe your partner will be allowed in the labor to give you some comfort and to just help you to to release the pressure. Phase, you need all the help you can. This is one of the biggest challenge for moms outside Nigeria, or outside your family comfort zone. And when the baby arrives back at home, there's so much assistance. Like, if you happen to be the first child, like you have siblings, you would get that assistance. If your mom will be there, your mother-in-law, even sister-in-laws, sometimes, they could also show and help you. So let's just say for the first 1 week, 2 weeks, you just have support. Like, you can sleep, you can rest, and maybe you are just, to breastfeed your baby and all. For those who have their child abroad, this is one of the places you just miss home. Like, you just feel like, oh God, I miss home. Do not be afraid to ask for assistance, because the truth of the matter is there is always help, right? You just don't know. Information is very, very key. Talk to in your community. Maybe it's church community, or if it's somewhere around, maybe new moms community, or even maybe your yoga class or something. Just ask for information. Like, is there a way to get like a nurse, to stay with, even from the hospital? Sometimes some hospitals have this where a nurse can go with you home, right, to just continue the care till you are fully recovered. House chores. Well, some people do not see this as a big deal, maybe because they are like super moms, they are heroes, they can do like a million things at once. Okay, way to go. But make sure that you have a schedule. If you can observe, some babies are so blessed, like have a routine themselves. Like, you could just follow that up a week, the first week, and observe. Take note. I did for my baby number 2. I started to take notes when he fed, how many hours he slept, and when he woke up. And so in like 5 days after I came back from the hospital, I already understood how long he would sleep. So that period, I was able to fix something that I know I would get done at that time. Like, what could I start and finish within the space when there are times when the baby just wakes up, of course, right? And you still must be there. You still must give him or the attention. But I feel like just, be ready to change your routine, your schedule or thereabout. But if you have more assistance, it's a bit lighter on that scale. And I would also say, don't be afraid to get a paid support for house chores. If there is a way you could get an official or like a cook or maybe to clean maybe once in a week or thereabout, don't just welcome it, at least for the first few months that you are able to get yourself together. Don't feel like, there's some people believe that, my mom never had support, so I don't want to prove myself that I'm lazy, that I am the one that needs support. My sister, you are abroad. You are away from family support, so you just have to settle for what you can get. I want to talk about emotional stress. Get prepared. You just need to be prepared for ups and downs in your emotions. You just need to be ready for that, knowing fully well that now you have a baby, and if you have a working partner, or if you're always alone in the house where your partner goes to work and then there's nobody with you during the day, and even at night your partner is tired to get the baby, emotional demand is high. And if you have family back at home, because at this time your family back at home will always want to, they want to check on you, they want to check on the baby, and sometimes I saw a post. Somebody posted I'm actually on a mom's group, and somebody posted, and the post was so funny because the mother in the picture was actually emotionally drained. I think she had 2 kids in the picture who were just, needing attention at the same time. And her phone rang, and she picked it in the post, it's just 3 posts. And she picked it out. You know what she said? She said, please call me back in the next 5 years. Meaning that when these kids are grown enough and, they do not demand so much from me, then I will answer your call. Because the truth of the matter is, you are not as close to your phone, or you may, let me put this may, because some people, maybe they have a way around it, but you will not be as close to your phone as when you were single. Sometimes back at home, your family members want to check on you, they want to hear you, they want to see how well you're doing and all that. And just not able to give them have so much energy to say, here I am, to smile on the phone and be so joyful, because sometimes you are just drained. And when you answer the call, you are talking like, you guys just come and carry this babies or baby away from here. More into self-care. Night, everything is settled, and that's when you can finally sit in front of a mirror, or you can finally get into the bathroom, just sing while bathing. Look at your skin and talk to yourself. Oh, you are such a superstar. You just brought out a live being out of you. Talk to your body. This works. It's one of the reasons why I had to build up a diary. I call it Mom's Motivation. If you have not seen the diaries, somewhere in the podcast on this channel, it's actually 41 days. And the reason it's 41 days is because in my culture, when we have a child, the new mom is expected to stay indoor to recover and take care of herself and the baby for 41 days before coming out. So yeah, I think one time in baby number 2, I just felt like this is what I would also love to hear for myself. This is what I would love to just keep hearing, words of encouragement and motivation and hope through this journey. Encourage you in journaling. Yeah, write out your emotions to your journal. You have the time. It really works. It helps. Because women, we actually heal by talking. A level of women heal by talking. And a woman that hasn't really had so much to say or who to say them to, she's boxed in. The emotions can begin to cause even some physical problems in the body. So what you want to do is write them out. It allows the feelings to at least leave you. It feels like you're talking to someone. And if you have good friends, sisterhood, right, motherhood, fellow mothers who come around to talk to you, then be free. Just welcome assistance. It will help. The nation you have your child, they may have their difference when it comes to how a baby is kept out what the environment of the baby and all that. Please learn about this before you get to that stage, right? Ask questions. That's why I say join a community as fast and as soon as you can. Meet with fellow moms who have had their child in that country. What was it like, right? Because different cultural differences might actually come to you by surprise. Later you get to know, okay, they said mothers are not supposed to be allowed to do this and do that and do this and do that, and then you are like, but I have to go to work, or maybe I have to do this or do that, and then you are just like boxed in. So make sure you make your inquiries about cultural differences. Be open to learn. The reason is, if you bring your culture from your own nation to that nation, remember, your baby is just thriving in that nation. It's not like you have your baby in that nation and you are immediately traveling back home. Can I just pinpoint and say, you should know where the boundary is. For instance, anything that goes against my religious belief, hey, I am not going to welcome. Gynecologist, make sure you have a conversation with your partner. Plan ahead for these things, because it does happen later, so that you are not surprised at some cultural instructions that later come to you, and then you are like, there's no way to cope. Your career or your academics, with being a new mom, a very detailed conversation with your partner. You are going to somewhere along the line have a structure to your career or to your academics. You are going to, there's going to be a structure. There are going to be days when it's academics, and there are days when it's going to be, purely, because I can tell you for free, it's not going to be the same like someone who doesn't have a baby. It's possible for you to hold on. Please do. If it's possible to have your baby and bond, please bond, because they will not stay babies forever. Bond, pray, heal, and then set up for academic, because there is nothing like coming late when it comes to your family says, we love you, and just go on with your journey of motherhood with joy and with love, because it will be such a peaceful one for you. I pray. All right. See you in the next video. Bye.